Short answer, we put every prisoner in house arrest or parole. As the great individualist anarchist philosopher Max Stirner said, when the individual does violence, it's labeled crime. When the state does violence, it's labeled law. And Peter Kropotkin, in his Conquest of Bread, argues that in an anarchist society, everybody's needs will be met, so most crime will not need to be committed, because most crime, such as theft and all that, is out of, and even a lot of murders are because of people wanting things. So, in a society where most people's needs are met, would have their needs met due to cooperative labor and mutual aid, this would be not the case. But I'm not an anarchist, even though I have the same long-term goals as anarchists with abolishing the state and capitalism, and I do want to abolish capitalism, as quick as possible, but abolishing the state is the long-term goal. But yes, but I have read Foucault, and with Foucault, he argues that with the whole abolishing the prison, he argues that prisons create poverty because they, separate people from their families, separate fathers from their families, thus, creating poverty, and, thus, he also argues that, it tortures the soul. It's also just that the prison labor industry is unethical. There's various reasons why prison is unethical. It's also just the general surveillance of prison intersects with the surveillance and exploitation of capitalism and the state. And it's just like as Foucault says, why is it that the workshop, the prison, and the school all feel like prisons? And, because they all are, kind of, in a way. So that is why we need to put every prisoner on parole or house arrest, and also work on the actual root causes of crime, which are the innate problems of society, like capitalism, the state, and also, do away with all the things that put people in prison, like these needless anti-drug laws, these crimes that criminalize sex workers, stuff like that. Hopefully that explains it, Liam. If you don't know, this commenter is my cousin Liam.